In our last video, we were able to set up the product catalog, the product details, and also the categories. For today, we are going to continue by setting up the search functionality, user registration, and also reviews and rating. Let's go and see how our website looks so far. So this is how it looks. We have our product details here. When you click on the product, it will bring out the full details of the product. Tin Milo. This is the best chocolate drink that's healthy for you. Okay, so today I'm going to implement the search functionality inside the shop page, whereby you can be able to search for any product and it will come up. I'm also going to be adding more products to what we have here. With that being understood, let's start building. Okay, I'm going to build our search functionality inside our core app. Let me open the views.py file so we can start creating. First, I'm going to create a function that's going to handle our search functionality. I have already imported the category table. We will be using the category model to create the search functionality. First thing first, I'm going to call this function shop, dev shop, request category equals to category.object.all. Get everything inside the category. Then we'll also use the product so that you can be able to search with either categories or even products. So products equal to product.object.all. Next, I'm going to create a variable to get our active categories. So I'm going to call this get active categories equals to request.get string the category again, then empty string. Next, we use if statement. If get category product equals to product.filter category is log equal to get active category. Next, we'll do a query equals to request.get in bracket query if query then product equals to product.filter. This should be a query and not quit. Okay, now we are going to use the queue. What is queue? Queue are objects used to encapsulate a collection of keyword arguments for complete database queries. They are typically used in Django and they are normally used with filter. As you can see, we are using it with the filter function here. I'm going to go ahead and import queue from our Django libraries. From django.db.model import queue. Now let's use the queue here. Then name underscore I contains equal to query. Our query is going to contain the name of the product. Owns the query confirms and filters whatever that is imputed in the search, and it contains the name of the product. Then I contains will be equals to query. Now we are going to be setting our search to be able to search with product, and also I'm going to set another one that's going to be able to also get the description. So I'm going to set queue, and inside the queue we're going to set description underscore I contains equal to query. So you can be able to search with either the description or the product name. Okay, with that set up, next we are going to now set our context. Inside our context, we will now set the categories, products, and the get active categories that we have already set. So categories here, categories, comma, then product, comma, then get active category, get active category. Okay, so let me close. Then we use return render request comma call slash shop dot html comma set our context. Okay, our function is set up. We now have our shop function set up that we are going to use to set up our search. Next, let me add this shop views inside our URLs. Let me import it here. Shop. And paste it. Then replace this with shop. Okay. Let me also add shop here. Save. Now let's set up our template. Let's create the template file. We'll call it shop.html. Okay. As usual, let's extend. Let me open this and quickly copy. Okay. Paste. And black. Now let me add div. Let me add another div, create a h2. This should be search. Next, let's create our form for our search. Action, use dot to get all, then method get. Okay, let me create another div here. Inside this div, I want to create our input name, query, placeholder, search. Okay, let me add button. Inside the button, let me go to my browser and copy the icon. I want to use hero icons. Let's go to heroicons.com. Let me search for search icon. Search. Okay, let me copy this SVG. Go back to our code. Paste it. Okay. Let me add h3 now. Inside the h3, I'm going to also add the categories so that I'll be able to see the categories URL inside the URLi, and another a tag so I can initialize our URL here. URL shop. Let me add categories here. Okay, it should actually be all categories. I'm going to use if statement to control this and also add classes, but we'll come back to that. Let me add another li href tag, then inside this one the same URL shop, but now I'm going to add our category here. Category equals to category dot slug. I'm also going to use if to control this, or inside here we should have category name dot name. Let me start by using a for you statement here. So I will use for category and categories, indict this category name and for. Okay, what else am I gonna set? Let me go to my product. I want to copy the components the way I can handle it there. Okay, let me use the one in my index. Let me copy this rather. Okay. Maybe I should remove this class and also remove this div. Let me use only one div here, and inside this should be product, and the width should be full, then large. I can make the width to be 3/2 or 4, then empty for save. Now let me start setting up the classes of this. Let me start from top, then I go down until I finish setting everything up before we now go to our admin to add more products before we test run what we have built. Inside there, mass width, we make it 6 here, 6 SL, then MS auto, flex as usual, flex wrap, items to start, then PY 6, then PX 6. Let me make SL to be PS 0. Alright, next let me also add class to this other div here. What am I going to add here? Okay, let's add filters. W full, then large screen equal to W 1/4. Let me also add for this our H2, our search class. What will I add here now? Okay, let me make the margin button to be 3, then let the text be SL uppercase. Okay, maybe I should also add some things in my forms. Now let me add in this div rather class, just flex, fine. Okay, let me add more also here. Let me add class to our input. Let me make it padding 4, make it BG, background gray is fine, 100. Let's border 0. Okay, should I add our button? Let's add class to it too, set it up to look good. Let me also make it padding 4, then BG gray 100 as usual, then border 0. That's good. Okay, let me also set our categories header here. Let me make margin top to be 6. Okay, let's try 6. Then margin button to be 3, text SL, make it uppercase. Okay, let me also set our URL here, class space -y. Let me make it 4, li. Let me add it here rather, class. Now I'm gonna use if statement to control this class. If not get active category, test red, let me make it 700, else test gray 500, and if. Let me also do the same for here, class if category dot slug equals to active, get active category, test red 700, else test gray 500. Let me end if. Okay, let me look to make sure there is no error. If not, get active category. Okay, that's red, else that's gray. If category does equal to get, okay, that's red again. All right, where do I need to add more? Okay, I think I'm all set up here. We are good to go. Now let's go to our base to add our URL for shop here. URL shop. Okay, all good. Then inside my index too, I'm also going to add a button for our shop here. A tag URL shop. Okay, then inside here start shopping. Let me add class. Inside the class, I'll make it inline block. Padding top 4, then padding left. Let me make it 6 and add radius. SL is fine. BG white, text red 500. Over to the background. BG gray. Okay, 200 is fine. Okay, let's save. Now that I've added this here, and also set up the shop.html, and also have our views with the shop function that's going to handle our search. Let me run our server to test run and see if our search functionality is working. Python manage.py run server. Okay, here is our site. Now let me go to start shopping. Here is our search. Let me search for Milo. Okay, before I even search, let me go to admin to sign in and add more products. Joshi vibe. Okay, let's add more products. The same provision category. Let me add this. The best peak milk in the world. Okay, let me add price. Select image. Let's use this shopping here. Save it. Okay, now we have 2 products here. Now let me go back to the home. Okay, our peak milk is showing. I'll start shopping. Let's search for Milo and see. Cannot resolve keyword. Name I contains into field. Choices are category ID. Created that. Okay, let's go back to our function. I think there's an error somewhere. Line 21. So here, this is where our error is coming from. So if query equal to products the filter, then we use q name underscore I content is equal to query, then description underscore I content. Now let's go categories equal to categories does object or correct, product equal to correct, then get active category. Now let me go back to the model. I think I need to see something inside the model of the product just to make sure. So what we have here is category, and inside our views here I'm using get underscore active underscore category, and inside it we are calling the category field. Now if get active category equal to product category, okay, this is where the error is coming from. This is meant to be double underscore. Likewise this is not meant to be only one underscore. Okay, now let's go back and try it again. Okay, you see our search functionality is working. We are able to get the Milo. Let me also search for peak. Let's use peak as the keyword. You see, peak is up. So the search functionality is now working. Let me go back home. You can decide to design your own search functionality to be here. Me, I kept my search functionality inside shop. You can decide to keep it anywhere. You can be in the home, or you know, instead of having it here, you can just put it here. It all depends on you. I have been able to implement the functionality for you, so you build yours the way you like. Okay, I think I'm seeing something inside the form that looks like a button. Okay, sorry, that looks like a dot. This is the dot. Remove. Okay, maybe I should even add some rounded here. Let's make it look better. Let's refresh. Okay, now it's looking fine. Let me also add some inside. Let me add some here too. SL, instead of SL, let's just make it L. I don't really know if this L represents if it will work, but let's try. It's meant to be for large. Okay, it's not working. Let's just stick with SL. Okay, let's open our to-do list and tick the search function to be done. Search functionality done.